Hello everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel, tap the notification bell, and like this video. That helps me to keep making videos, and I would appreciate it. May joy. So, the U.S. military, the Pentagon, has released some video here of what they claim proves or indicates that the Iranians were behind the tanker attack state in the Gulf of Oman. The two vessels that were attacked pretty provocatively. Um, I believe one was with magnetic mines. How those are actually attached to the vessel while it was moving is not totally clear to me. Whether it was done at port first and then just exploded at a later time, that seems the most likely thing to me. But that really wasn't mentioned or during reports today. But anyways, so basically this video is of a small high-speed boat that has no markings on it, no flag being flown, and the U.S. State Department or the U.S. military is claiming that it's the Iranians, and that they're purposely not, has no markings and has no flag being flown because they wanted to conceal who they are, and that what we see here is a person at the bow of that vessel reaching up and removing an unexploded mine. That's basically evidence that would otherwise prove that it was the Iranians behind the attack. And and they also say that these same vessels have frequently been used in the past to harass other U.S. Navy ships in the region, and that's just a common thing of the Iranians. I don't know. I think a lot of people doubt that explanation and doubt this video and whether it proves anything. Whether, the Iranians, even if it is the Iranians, I'm sure it probably is, it could be very well that they're retrieving evidence to prove that it's not them. That to make sure they actually are in possession of it so that they can, prove to the international community that it's not their weaponry, or it's not their bomb, their mine. But I don't know, just the manner in which the people on the boat, which seems to be awfully crowded to me, are sort of moving about. It just doesn't seem like that to me. I don't know. It's just sort of a strange video, and I don't know, it's just kind of counterintuitive, or it doesn't make a whole lot of common sense logic to me as to why the Iranians would do this and basically provoke, the Americans into a war that wouldn't be in their best interest. And attacking two tankers. I don't know if what the explanation from this is. The fact that they're Japanese vessels. One is a Japanese-owned vessel. The other one was a Norwegian tanker that had its cargo was belonging to a Japanese company. Why they would attack Japanese interests, commercial interests, well, at the same time that they're meeting with the Ayatollah Khomeini, the supreme leader of Iran, is meeting with the Prime Minister of Japan in Tehran, the first time in 50 years that a leader from Japan has visited Iran since the revolution, since 1979. I mean, why? And Japan is a major, huge customer of Iranian oil. They purchase a ton of Iranian oil, which has actually been constrained because of the heightened sanctions imposed by us, by the Americans. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think the explanation of for that is they're claiming, the State Department or our government is claiming that the Iranians, either it was a random mistake or that they purposely chose these vessels almost as an alibi, saying that why would they exactly what I'm saying, why would they do that? And they did that intentionally so that they could claim innocence, claim that it was, like they did, saying that it was suspicious, and that they wouldn't do that. I don't know, So here's the video. I guess there's no audio to it, but I mean, right there you see the person reaching up and grabbing something, and then they don't seems fairly, I don't know. I mean, initial reports were, I remember doing my video earlier today that that the Iranians were the ones who had rescued the crew members from at least one of the tankers. And, and then I think later the reports were that it was, it was the U.S. Navy that did. And I believe it was the U.S. Navy. So there was at least that contradiction. But I don't know. I mean, I almost thought maybe some of these are crew members because they have life jackets on and they just didn't look like, Navy crewmen even from the Iranians. So, and then there's this other picture here that I think is released from the Defense Department, or maybe not. Maybe this is just CNN's photo. And they're saying that this is damage from an exploded mine and this is likely a mine. But I don't know that, I guess that would be unexploded, but I don't know that that's the same boat as, maybe it is, as this. If that's the unexploded mine that they're taking off there, I don't believe that's the same, the same picture of the same vessel. In any event, that's the video that's been released by the U.S. military. That's, the U.S. military on Thursday released a video that it says shows an Iranian Navy boat removing an unexploded mine attached to the hull of a Japanese-owned chemical tanker, Kokura Courageous, one of the two tankers attacked in the Gulf of Oman. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on Thursday blamed Iran for attacking the Kokura Courageous, and another ship Norwegian-owned Front Al Air, saying the assessment was based on intelligence. Later Thursday night, U.S. Central Command released the video, which it says shows Iranian sailors removing a mine from the Kokura Courageous's hull. In the video, a smaller boat is shown coming up to the side of the Japanese-owned tanker. An individual stands up on the bow of the boat and can be seen removing an object from the tanker's hull. The U.S. says that object is likely an unexploded mine. The attack comes at a time of high tensions between the U.S. and Iran and could provide more fodder for Iran hawks with the administration, whose recent Iran saber-rattling has frustrated President Donald Trump. One of them, National Security Advisor John Bolton, announced last month that the Pentagon was deploying the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group and a bomber task force to the Middle East in response to a number of troubling and escalatory indications and warnings from Iran. Seems bogus to me, I think a lot of people don't buy this at all, and, just seems like the usual stuff of taking, America to war. And why would Iran, why would Iran want that? They wouldn't, but the defense industry certainly would, and probably the oil industry as well, and other countries, that benefit from that. I don't know. It's pretty weak. And that's the story there, man. All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.